Thank you for joining the session. Please do like and subscribe the channel. Now we are going to discuss about producer. In the previous two videos, we saw the Kafka installation and as well as consumer, how we are going to consume via .NET application. Here we are going to produce using a .NET Core application. Here we are going to use the API. So using API, we are going to publish a message, so then automatically it will be message will be published to Kafka. Whoever is a consumer, they can able to pick it. We're going to see that. We're creating a Visual Studio now project, creating a new project, web API. So this is producer. So my producer, my K Kafka producer. Yeah, steps are same. First we have to add a manage NuGet package as a confluent package, confluent.kafka. Install this as a NuGet package. Installation is completed. Now we have an API. So existing weather forecast API is there. So this is what is that? The controller. So here this is a get call. We are going to create a post call with this. We are specifying it which topic we are going to post a message. So we have to take a data, I mean, I can say a type, specific type we have to say, take it. I'm going to call it as a my payload. So I'm going to create that my payload, creating a new model, I can say, as a my payload. So my payload. So here I'm sending in a key, payload, and topic name. So I don't want key also, just a payload and as well as topic name, both I'm sending it. So payload, what is the payload? We are going to send it. Topic is nothing but like AZ. AZ is our topic. So the next point is we have to create a post method. So we are going to create a name called publish. So I want to utilize the existing weather forecast control itself. If you want, you can create your own controller. That is your wish. So here I'm going to publish a message. So I'm planning to take data from a body so that I'm specifying from body. And already we have given a my payload. This is a message payload. So once we are given here, so we have to a producer class has to be taken from the Kafka. That producer class only we are going to send this message. So before a producer class, we have to initialize that producer here. So I'm going to initialize the producer in the controller. So first I'm going to take a two initializations. I'm going to take it here, producer and as well as producer config. The producer config is to configuration for a Kafka. Producer is to call the producer to produce the message to the Kafka. So once we are going to take it in the constructor. So producer config in the constructor. and we are going to build this. So builder.build. So this is the producer. So using, we are going to call it as an async method here. Await, so that producer dot. Here we are going to call it as a produce async method. So in the produce async method, what we are going to do is we have a input. This is a payload. We have an input. So producer async method will take a topic name here. That topic. So we are taking from the payload topic, also from the payload, and we are going to take the message. So message format already we given a string and string. So here it's a key value pair, basically message. So what we are sending it. So we can send it as an any key, temporary key. I'm going to send it. You can send it as an a GUID, whatever you want. You can send it. So for now, I'm sending this. The value I'm taking from the my payload dot payload, payload object dot that payload. I'm taking a payload from here. Since both the names are same, you might be confused here. So what I'll do is br payload or else obj payload, so that we won't get any confusion here. This is the topic. This is the payload. We are going to send it. So up to this, we are good. So we are going to send return statement as true. If it is succeeded, return statement as a true. So you want, you can write it. Since this is an API, so we have to return as an OK. So we are going to send in a success message. So what are the status, which we are sending as an a true, succeeded. If you can write a try catch black, and you can send as an a false, whatever you want to do, you can do that additional C# related steps here. So up to this, we are good. So here, if you can see, we are reading data from configurations here. So this configuration, we are assigning it here. So means that this producer config, we have to be initialized in the program.cs. There we have to add all the configurations here. We are going to write it here. Before build method, we are planning to write into the configuration here. So first we are adding a configurations related to our app Kafka settings. So this time I just want to show it in an additional flavor how we are going to read the data from the configurations. So I just added what is the connection and as well as a topic here. So if you come here once, again back to this. So if you want to do any configuration, we have to use in a configuration manager in the .NET Core. So this is the configuration manager. So once a configuration manager is there, we are going to write a producer config in, you remember it already, we have initialized, we have taken the producer config into the constructor of that. So this producer config, we are taking data from the connection here. So and after that, we are going to add this binding. So in this configuration, we are going to bind this producer config. Then we are going to add the service into as in a singleton class. So these are the four additional lines we have added. This is for to add the configuration. This is in a producer config from the Kafka class. So here we are going to add this configuration, and as well as we are going to write the connection string here. So here the producer config and builder.service add singleton. If you don't want to do all these things, simply you can write the connection string from directly here. You don't need to do the configuration and all, do it here. Directly you can assign the same configuration builder also, or else you can simply you can control, you can do comment here. If you don't want to do all these steps, directly go to the controller. So instead of initializing the producer config here, so this config, we can directly assign the value here. However we want, we can do it the same way we have done in the consumer. That's why I don't want to do that way. I want to show a different way. That's why I showed this one. Yeah, that's it. We're all good. So we're going to run this. Before running Kafka, as we know that we have to start our zookeeper CMD. Then after that, we have to start our Kafka server as well. So I'm going to start the zookeeper here. It will start. Meanwhile, I'm going to start the Kafka server as well. Zookeeper is started. I am going to start the Kafka server here. So now the Kafka server is also started. So this time we are going to produce it. Yeah, 1 second, something wrong here. I am going to start the Kafka server here again. Something not start. Kafka server is also started here. So now we started Kafka server, Zookeeper both started, and we are trying to. I'm going to still we have done the producer, so we have to be consumed by our batch service. So I'm going to execute consumed by the batch service. I want to show that. I mean, bat file already it was done by the Microsoft. Yeah, it started to consume. So what I'll do means I'm going to publish the same via .NET Core application. So this is our application. So I'm going to execute this. Started executing it. So here we have to post the message. So 1 second, there is an error. Let me look at it. Yeah, that we have done in the earlier session. We have done the post. I mean, get instead of post. So I have changed it to post here now. Now it is fixed. So let me go open here. So in the weather forecast, this is the controller name. So in this action, I am going to execute this body as an input. Right out. So here the payload, I'm going to the new message, new producer, this message from .NET producer, and AZ test is the topic name. AZ test is the topic name. I'm going to execute it. So now execution is completed. Let me see this. So the message is from the .NET producer. So we have received that. A consumer, we have received it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for joining this session. Have a wonderful journey. So the next session we'll discuss about Kafka interview questions. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.